Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to the 65th episode of the TheCoasterCasters Travel. My name is Travis. You should all know that by now. If you don't, where have you been for the past 65 episodes? And all of the vlogs and all the other stuff I've done. With me tonight, I have Will.
And you should all know by now that I'm the HHN dog, so I'm glad to be here.
Cool. And we have Danielle.
Hi, and I am here, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
All right, so Will, I'm going to let you take it away because I'm messaging 80,000 people at once right now.
Okay, so after I give my first topic, I want your guys' thoughts on this. So, if you've been following Halloween Horror Nights on Twitter, which at Horror Nights ORL and at Horror Nights for Hollywood, on May 19th at noon, it was officially and finally announced that Stanley Kubrick's The Shining will officially take its rightful place on the card for Halloween Horror Nights 27. We all know the situation a couple weeks ago about it being leaked when it wasn't supposed to be. But we finally got the announcement, and it's truly awesome. I cannot wait. So, Danielle, your thoughts?
First off, this is a great horror film. I'm really psyched that this is actually coming to the event. So that's awesome, number one. Number two, I've heard some chatter on there where they're kind of like, people are kind of concerned about how they're going to be able to fit in all of the elements.
They'll be able to.
I have no doubt that they will be able to. Without a doubt, I think this is going to be in one of the sound stages. I think we can all agree on that.
It's going where Exorcist is, or was.
Yeah, there you go. That works. And I'd really like to see some sort of iteration of that maze. And I really would love to see them do something with that forced perspective of that hallway. I think that would be cool. Like I said, I think there's a lot of ways and a lot of options for them to go to put this house together, and I have complete faith that they're going to do a great job. And I kind of am psyched. I mean, between American Horror Story and this, I'd say we're off to a good start already for the event.
Oh, we definitely are.
Travis, and once Travis gives his thoughts, I have an idea on.
I don't think we'll get another announcement until the middle of June.
Probably so.
They will do one in the middle of June. They'll do one in the middle of July, and then in August they'll announce the entire lineup. They'll only announce 4 this year. And one of them, you know what? I actually think that one of them they are going to announce will be an original. Or they'll announce an icon.
I was just gonna say that. I say in the middle of June, maybe they will announce an icon if we get one, which pretty much people are saying yes, we will. So I think we'll get our icon.
I don't think we should get one, but that's just me. Too many icons.
Yeah. And the idea I had, if you watched my video, I said that the twins scare, the Grady twins, that should be a double scare. When you walk through the hallway from left and right, the Grady twins pop out at you from both sides, and that's your scare. I say, dude, all bloodied up and all that. I say that's going to be your double scare.
Yeah. And does anyone else have anything on Shining?
It's my most anticipated for the year.
Mine is whenever they announce Blood and Guts, because they're not going to be idiots, and not announce Blood and Guts for the first year that I'm going to be there. This is literally going to be the #1 year of Horror Nights because it's going to be Blood and Guts and they have Shining. I'm telling you. It's going to happen.
I don't know. I'm gonna hold on that. I'm not gonna say this is my most anticipated. This is up there, but we'll see if there's anything that can top this. But for now, I'd say yeah, this is probably my most anticipated.
All right, and now moving on up to the north from Orlando to my neck of the woods. Yesterday, Saturday, I went out to Six Flags over Georgia, and I got a chance to ride Justice League Battle for Metropolis 4D. Because this weekend only, it was open for season pass preview. So if you have a season pass, well, actually it's too late now, but whatever. I managed to ride it yesterday. Very good ride.
Hold up. Before you say that, we had to preface this. Will hated this idea of this ride about 6 months ago. He was like, this ride sucks. I hate it. Blah, 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 blah.
I didn't say that much. I said it's probably going to fail. But whatever. But yes, Travis is right. When it was first announced, I'm like, really? That's it? That's the big addition to the park's 50th anniversary? And then I rode it. I love it. It is a great ride. A lot better than I expected. I gave it a 4 out of 5. So it was definitely such a great ride.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about like the stuff that goes on in the ride?
Oh, yes. So, spoiler alert. So what happens is you get in the car. It's kind of like Men in Black, but instead of audio, there's some audio animatronics, but more of but screens. That's it. So what you do is you get in the car, get your 3D glasses, which, by the way, you do not use 3D glasses like on Transformers or any Spider-Man. You actually use real 3D glasses like the ones you get at a movie theater to see a Captain America movie. Get in the ride, you go through the whole deal. Lex Luthor warns you to stay away from LexCorp. You go through the ride, and then all hell breaks loose. You go through and you try to fight Lex, the Joker, and I think this one and one other has the virtual loop. The virtual loop was awesome. It was amazing, and since it was only preview, only one effect wasn't working, and it was a trash can fire explosion. So maybe it'll be working once it's fully operational. And there's a surprise scare. There's a surprise scare by a clown in a truck. You don't see it, but it comes straight at you and it blows the horn, and it's a great scare, if you want to call it that. But and then at the end of the ride, the Justice League has the Joker and Lex Luthor in handcuffs, and then a surprise. Lex Luthor says, "You may have catched me this time, Justice League, but I'm still smarter than you," or something like that. And then Joker lets out laughing gas, and that's the end of the ride. So it's a pretty good ride. I will ride it again when I go back out there. I definitely recommend it for everyone to ride it.
Now, what about the vertical loop? Because to be honest, this ride's been out for like a year and a half now. There's no such thing as spoilers for this one.
Yeah. And so what happens is, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to recap of how you get to the virtual loop. Like you go into a train station, and then you go outside, and then all of a sudden, like something happens, and then the green loop just comes right at you, and you go through the loop like a roller coaster, and it's just amazing.
It's great.
Even though the only thing they said it's 40 and it's the best ride in technology, sure, but yeah, it's a great ride.
All right. Well, is that all you got?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Danielle, is there anything you have?
I think that sounds really cool. I want to go to Six Flags now. I'm pumped. I hope the Justice League movie is half as good as that ride.
It won't be.
Yeah, it won't be.
It's all gonna be trash because that's all DC is now. It's trash.
Yeah, they started way too late.
Yeah. They started around, like, I would say Iron Man 2. They wouldn't be in the situation that they're in, but that's another story for a different day.
Exactly.
So before I move on to my stories for the week, Danielle, do you have any?
I don't have any stories for the week. I'm going to let you be the storyteller this week.
Oh, nice reference on that one. So I have 3 stories. One of them I did not know existed. But 2 of them I've talked a little bit about on Twitter. First one being wheelchair people, like people that are bound to wheelchairs, and other guests with disabilities are having issues with stuff in Pandora, which, again, and I said this on Twitter, I'm not making fun of anybody with that, but at all. I'm not, like, I would never make fun of anybody that is bound to a wheelchair. But the fact that the movie that you're basing it off of, the land off of, your main character is bound to a wheelchair, and you don't make your rides wheelchair accessible. I talked to Laramie with this on the last episode of The Road to Pandora, and he gave me a very good explanation for it, at least for Navi River Journey. But then I'll get into what the story is. The boats are too small. The boats, if you made the boats wheelchair accessible, you could probably fit one person in each row and then your wheelchair person, because of ADA regulations. That's how small those boats are. So take that with what you do and whatever you think of that. But the big story here is there is now special wheelchairs and other accommodations allowing guests with disabilities to ride the Flight of Passage ride in Pandora. It looks like basically it says, at Flight of Passage, guests in a manual wheelchair can stay in their chair until they get to the ride vehicle, as the queue in the show pre-show experiences are fully acceptable. The wheelchair can be pulled right before the Flight of Passage link chair, and they must transfer. Which, that's perfectly, I think that's fine. I don't see an issue with that, with transferring, because there's a lot of rides at Disney and Universal that you have to transfer.
Right. I was just thinking that, how that works with Gringotts or with even Forbidden Journey even.
Yeah.
In comparison.
Yeah. So I think I see people's issue because of the fact that we have like they should be able to ride everything without transferring. But in the world that we live in now, it's really hard to because of the way that these rides are made. Like simulators, you can't put a handicap accessible simulator car because they're spinning around and all that stuff. Like you can't have a handicap accessible. I can't talk today. Handicap accessible link chair for Flight of Passage because it's a chair in itself already. So like I understand where people are complaining, but like it's a double-edged sword. Like I want to be behind them, but in the other way, like there's no really like reason to. I know that sounds really bad, but like there's nothing we can do. It's literally what Disney made. Like that's the only way that they could have made Flight of Passage the way that it is. And if they didn't make it that way, then we wouldn't have the ride that everybody talks about now. So, oh well. But moving on from Pandora, or that part of Pandora, does anyone have anything to say on that topic?
Nope.
I'm going to reserve judgment on that subject until I get down there and I physically see for myself what's going on, because I can see both sides of the argument there.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Honestly, because I think that, you know, they do the best they can to accommodate given the situation in which they have designed the ride and the experience. So, like I said, until I can see, I really can, until I see physically what's going on, I think personally I can see both sides of the argument, and I'm not going to say that either side is wrong.
Yeah.
So.
That's where I'm at. Like, both sides are right, and there's a middle ground. Disney made the middle ground saying that they all have to transfer. Like that's like the best accommodation that they can give for that ride. And yes, it sucks, but oh well. That's what has to happen. Like I was literally looking at the chairs for a good 15 minutes today. I'm like, there's no way you can lock a wheelchair in there without like it flipping around and all that stuff, because there's drops and all that stuff on the ride. So I'm like, that there's no way. There's no way. It's not like, oh, the disabled people are taking the loss because of this ride. No, they're not. They can still ride it. They just have to transfer. And yeah, it sucks because some people it's hard to. It's really hard to. And I talked to one of my friends who's in a wheelchair, and I showed him what Flight of Passage looked like, and he's like, yeah, I totally would do that. Even with the transferring, I would just need someone to help me. It's that easy. And if people are like, if they're by their self, like if I was in a wheelchair and I went to the park by myself, and if someone didn't help me, I would get very mad, because that's like, you need to help people. If you see someone struggling to get onto a ride, or if you see someone struggling in a park to do something, you need to help them.
Yeah, be a human being.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like that's my
though, I feel like
that's a thing that happens because I actually saw it happen. Like I never in a million years would think that something like that would happen. And then I saw it at Universal. I'm like, oh man! And then I immediately helped that person. I saw it today in Kentucky. Like I was up at the outlets up in Louisville, and there was this person that was trying to get out of a store, and nobody helped him open the door. And I said, sorry about that. I didn't know that there was a person. And he's like, it's okay. It happens all the time. I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, I'd be ticked.
wow.
It really is.
Yeah, that breaks my heart. Oh, man.
But I guess that's the world we live in.
That's a whole other issue, though.
Yeah. I think we're losing Danielle.
All right, next topic.
Danielle. It might be me. Hold up. Hold up.
Travis.
I lost it for a second. Hello?
Travis.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Everyone was
Good.
breaking out. It was my fault.
That's
Anyway.
okay. At least we edit that.
Yeah, I can go through and edit all this stuff now, which is good.
This is what we.
Moving on. They have a new interactive experience called Connect to Protect coming to Pandora. It hasn't even opened yet, and they already have something new. Connect to Protect is a new mobile adventure that invites guests to participate in the conservation missions, quote-unquote missions, with a digital ace scientist while exploring the incredible Valley of Mawara, and helps protect the habitats of at-risk animals here on Earth. Utilizing the My Disney Experience app, you can instant message with one of the moon's ecological systems, Fitzmeaty. Sure. His name's Fitz. Fitz Buckley. Fitz will guide you around Pandora, showing off some of the more exotic elements of the... Well, anyway, everyone, Riley's here, as you guys know.
Yay!
This the fun thing about it is that I can like edit things to where it's like we're good.
I was here the whole time.
Who's here the
No different.
No.
welcome everyone to the 65th. Oh, I'm just joking. I can't.
Oh my God, no, we're not going.
Not rewinding that far.
But what were you saying just now? Because I'm gonna edit this to where it has your icon, not like the picture and everything. What do you think about the wheelchair accessibility and like everything with Pandora going on right now?
I think it's great that they have the wheelchair accessibility. That just makes it even more like immersive for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, my biggest thing was with the limitation for people of certain size. That was my biggest thing, because apparently like it was such a huge deal, because Disney is normally so into making sure everybody, they're so accommodating with everybody. It makes it was just odd to me that was even an issue in the first place, that they made something like that was so crazy. But you know, like you said, more people are finding out that they can actually do it. And you said it was just about like the shin sizes and stuff like that. Yeah. It wasn't necessarily.
It was just the shins, because the way that the harness works was you have to lock in with the back and then you have to lock in with the legs. But with the legs, because of the mechanism per se, the shin guards were pushed out all the way to where it was constraining and wasn't allowing the things to clip on to the back of people, and it was like hurting people. So they said you can't ride, and that's when this whole hubbub happened. And then now they fixed it to where it doesn't do it much, but you still feel it. So it fixed itself and it's good. So I'm very excited because
bravo, good on them for fixing it. I'm glad that is.
I for one have massive calves, and I was terrified.
Yeah, I just saw a lot of people on, because you know I follow a lot of the Disney Facebook pages, and a lot of people were like really upset because they were like, oh, I really hope that that's not going to affect me being able to ride the ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that that's something. It's not as big of an issue as everybody thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Sorry, Mel texted me something, and I'm asking her a question. Anyway,
okay.
Now there's something. Okay, so you know how Pandora hasn't even opened yet?
Yeah.
We
Couple
have
more days. Yeah, 6 days.
We have something new already for it.
Oh, really? What?
So it's called Connect to Protect, and it's a mobile adventure using the My Disney Experience app, but it's cool. Like this is very interesting for me.
Okay, so what's the premise of it exactly?
Utilizing the My Disney Experience app, you can instant message with one of Pandora's Moon's ecological specialists. His name's Fitz. And Fitz will guide you around Pandora, showing off some of the more exotic elements of the environment, sharing important messages about conservation along the way, and that can be both applied to Pandora and Earth.
That is so cool. Do you know what this reminds me of? Yeah.
Agent P's whatever adventure or something.
The little scavenger hunt, but also, if you guys didn't know, at Aulani, they have this thing called the Menehune Trail, where you rent out an iPad from the Pauhana room, and you go on this trail, and there's like a bunch of these little stops, and you stop at each one, and you learn a lot about that certain spot, and it like causes a reaction and all that stuff. It reminds me exactly of that. That's so cool. Like yeah, it's really cool. Next time we go, we're gonna do it. We just, since we went last time and we were celebrating our anniversary, we wanted to like spend more time together. So
gotcha. No, yeah, that sounds really awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But here is the kicker for the entire experience.
Oh dear.
I don't know what this means. This is how the person who I got not the release from, but the thing from. It says, after completing one or more missions, you will unlock a $10 contribution from Disney Parks. Through the Disney Conservation Fund, or a $5 contribution just for discussing conservation. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. So Disney, once you complete one or more missions, Disney is going to donate $10 to the Disney Conservation Fund.
That is amazing.
And then you will get to choose how the contribution goes. If you want it to protect and restore habitats, or save one of the 10 threatened categories of animals, which is apes, elephants, butterflies, coral reefs, which I would pick, cranes, monkeys, rhinos, sea turtles, sharks. Actually, I'd probably pick sharks, rays, and tigers.
That's awesome. I know Aulani has, I don't know about the other parks, you know what I mean, because I don't go to parks very often, but Aulani, whenever I go, they normally have a Disney Conservation Fund button that you can get if you donate to the cause. So like if you donate like $1 or something, yeah, you get to like pick a button.
Aulani
so I do it
too.
Yeah, so I do that like every single time I go, that they've had buttons. So I have 2 of them right now, because there's been a couple times where I've gone and it's like the same button. So like
they have different, like Animal Kingdom has a button, Hilton Head, South Carolina has a button, because they have
think these ones there. I think they're Aulani exclusive ones. I'll take pictures of them and show you guys. Yeah,
they all have different designs on them.
Yeah, the last one I got when we were there was a sea turtle. It was a little baby sea turtle, and it had like this really cool like metallic finish to it. And then the one before that was a square button instead of a round button, and it was pink, and it was really cool.
My heart is like breaking right now.
Oh, that's cute.
I want to be there, and I want to see it.
Oh.
I never, okay, so I lived in Hawaii for 3 years, and I never got to go to Aulani. Like it was being built when I left.
Yeah.
Grand opening was 2 weeks before, or 2 weeks after I left. I was like,
oh, that's devastating. Oh my gosh. It's absolutely incredible.
I've heard my sister's going in the middle of June, and I'm jealous.
Oh, for real? I might still be here, actually.
Really?
I actually, you know what, and I don't think I can say anything, but I heard that there's going to be some cool visitors coming next month. So Aaron and I are trying to stay another weekend next month, because we want to be able to see those visitors. Ooh. So, yeah, but I haven't heard anything via Disney confirming it. I was just told by somebody that I know that works there, so I don't know if I can say anything, but
yeah.
should be fun.
Yep, and if anything happens, I'll find out because
Yeah.
I follow everything on Twitter, and when I mean everything,
Disney Parks blog Aulani section.
yes.
So hopefully they'll introduce it. I don't know if they even, just because I wasn't really following Disney Parks blog when it happened, but did anybody happen to see like when they announced Daisy Duck and Shelley May were going to be visiting Aulani? Did you guys happen to see the announcement for that?
No, I don't think so. Hold on a second.
Okay, because I don't know if they announced it on there, or if they've announced like any characters.
It's weird.
I don't want to be like, go check out Disney Parks blog, just in case they actually haven't like announced it. I don't know why they wouldn't though. They are normally on top of everything. I mean, they announced new merchandise for the new luau, so
Yeah. I
would assume that new friends would be something.
It doesn't say.
Maybe they won't do it till it's like closer, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's like true. You know what I mean? I just know what my friends told me.
Well,
anyway. But I really hope it's true.
I anytime a new character comes to any place, I want to go and see it.
Yeah.
The worst thing was I'm a huge Oswald fan. Like every time I go,
right.
Oswald is like my dude. Like I Disney bound as Oswald. I actually got my shoes for Oswald today that I've been wanting to get for a while. And I went to California and I'm like, cool, I get to meet Oswald. They actually have an Oswald store. I'm so excited. Yeah. Oswald wasn't there. Guess where he was?
Where?
Walt Disney World.
Aww. That's so sad.
And he was there until the week before I went for spring break. And then he went back to California. I'm like, dude, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I am such a sucker for the characters. Like when I went to Aulani, that was literally like my number one thing was like, I need to meet as many of the characters as I can. So naturally I met like Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Stitch. I was so lucky to meet Chip and Dale because I don't think that they come out too often. But I didn't get to meet Duffy. I didn't get to meet Shelley May. I didn't get to meet Donald or Daisy. So I was really bummed about that. But I got to see Moana, so I don't care. That's fun.
Oh, Moana. Yeah. I met Moana. Moana's gone from Hollywood Studios now.
Isn't she? They're going to be putting her in Adventureland, aren't they?
I hope so.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yes.
That would be hot.
I need more. Well, her meet and greet in Disneyland is in Adventureland. So I'm just like, I need Moana in Florida.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I was told, I know she was meeting there, but I was under the impression she was going to Adventureland from what I've been hearing from friends who are like cast members there posting on social media.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I lately with everything going on, especially with the topic that we're going to talk about in a second, I've been taking everything coming out of Disney with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But before we get to that subject, I want to say congratulations to Mel.
Yeah.
Our very own was officially casted as a member of Horror Nights in Orlando.
Yay! Congratulations!
That's our girl Mel.
Oh my gosh. Does she know who yet?
She doesn't know who yet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll tell you in a second whenever we're done.
Okay.
But and congrats to everyone else who made it with reunion auditions and do your best to try and scare the pants off of me because it's really hard to.
Yay.
All right, so moving on to our final topic tonight, and it's about EPCOT, which that has not been a topic in a while.
Yeah, nothing's really going on.
First permits have been filed for the replacement of Universe of Energy.
Oh yeah, when I first heard about this, the first thing that came to mind is like, where are we gonna nap now?
No. I nap on Living with the Land.
Oh really? I've never got to
process.
experience those attractions because the only time I've ever been to EPCOT, we went early and we had to wait in line for Frozen all day long because it had just opened and we didn't get to experience any of the World Showcase or anything.
Ugh. Now see here, that's where me and you differ. I could have waited 210 minutes for Frozen, but I went around to Boots at Flower and Garden and I stuffed my face. Oh my gosh, they had this poke in I think it was Japan or something like that. I don't know what country it was.
I cannot do poke.
What?
I cannot do raw fish. There's no way.
It was so good. It was in like this ginger sauce. It was my. You can watch it. You can watch it. You can watch it. Shut up, Will.
No, thank you. I'm with Riley. No, thank you.
I can't do raw fish. You know what? And another big reason is because here in Hawaii, there's been like a huge hepatitis breakout with all the raw fish on island. And I'm like, thank God I don't eat it. Yeah, it's disgusting. Wow. Genki Sushi got shut down for like a month or so because of it. And then the day it opened, everybody was lined up. I was like, that's disgusting. You people are going to go back and eat there after they literally just got shut down for having hepatitis in their food? Like, you're nasty. Why?
Oh my gosh. You're breaking my heart, Riley.
I'm sorry. Raw fish is gross to me and it shouldn't be eaten that way. I'm sorry. It should be cooked. Sorry about it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's your opinion and you're entitled to it as much as you want. No, you're breaking my heart because you said Genki Sushi closed for a month. Oh my
Why would you want to eat there? They literally had hepatitis in their food. They were giving people hepatitis.
But before the hepatitis, that was my restaurant.
Oh, gross! I'm sorry.
No, I have to preface this by telling everyone on the panel what Genki Sushi is. It's basically a fast food sushi joint, but there's no drive-through. You just sit at a counter, and it comes out on a conveyor belt.
It's so cool. Really? It comes out on the little like on those airport like things where you get your luggage, but they put your little sushi order on it, and then it goes around. And it comes to you. You have to grab it.
It's very cool. I love it. It is,
but I just don't feel like getting hepatitis because of the conveyor belt. It's not worth it to me. The cons outweigh the pros for sushi.
All right, so back to Universe of Energy. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they're actually. Yeah, you probably haven't. Clint, who is on Twitter, I don't know his Twitter now, his full Twitter handle, but he tweeted out this picture, if I can find it.
We will insert it here.
I'm just going to type in Clint. There you go. What's up, Clint? How's it going? He tweeted out, oh my gosh, what? No, okay, so I don't usually screen share on podcasts, but I have to do this so you guys can see this. So I'm going through Clint's Twitter, and look what I just found. Someone is selling Flight of Passage glasses on eBay.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I'm trying to figure out how they got those out the park.
That
is insane.
What is?
Yeah.
Those are
that's for the ride?
Yeah, that's for Flight of Passage. Yeah, that's for the Banshee ride.
But like, why would they sell them though? Like,
because people are idiots.
That's so. But this is why we can't have nice things.
This is exactly why we can't have nice things.
This is why Genki Sushi had hepatitis.
Oh, that's so messed up. Why?
But anyway, he posted this picture. His wife put Tron in Shanghai right over Universe of Energy, and it fits.
Hold on. Wait. Where I'm trying to see this here. They put Tron right. Oh, I see it now. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Do you know how much more amazing that would be honestly.
But I'm I want Tron, but my worry is what they're going to do back here in this green, because the whole area that is going to be talked about right now is like all of this.
Okay, so what? What if they add a like new land or something that's really cool?
I
have full faith in Disney, honestly. I really do.
Disney too. I just want this. This is what I think is going to happen. Universe of Energy, this part right here, like I just showed you, is going to be Tron. Tron is going to happen. It needs to happen.
I hope so, yeah.
This needs to be parking.
That would be really nice.
This needs to be parking because those days, few and far between, but those days that that Magic Kingdom becomes at capacity, they need to go to EPCOT, not Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, because it's going to be nuts.
Animal Kingdom's going to be nuts. They need more parking. So,
yeah, absolutely.
So I think that needs to be Tron Coaster, and then we need to get parking. And then there's like a little back of house area that can just be some like offices or something like that. Who knows? I just don't want I don't want something bad coming like Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
If anything, that's going to go to Hollywood Studios. It's not even going to.
And it's going to break my heart.
But you know what? I'm not even kidding. I will protest if they try to replace Tower of Terror in Disney World.
I will duct tape myself to the top of Tower.
Oh, no. I will boycott it. No problem. That's absolutely not going to happen. There's no way. I think with the uproar that happened with the one in Disneyland, they don't have a chance. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. I don't think.
And plus, we already have the one in We already have the one in DCA, and we know that they're going to be turning DCA into essentially Marvel Land. So there's no reason at all for them to be taking that to Hollywood Studios, like when there's already one in Disneyland.
I honestly believe that DCA is going to lose its California touch very quickly.
Which sucks, because it was so cool to have that. I think that's what made it.
They have
so
Ghirardelli. Cool. They have that bread place. I don't know what it's called, but they have bread right across from Ghirardelli. So you have bread and chocolate.
Yeah.
The two best things. And then that's where they make all the bread bowls for Disney.
I know. And it's honestly, it makes me so upset that they're losing the California aspect to it, because it's actually in California. That's why when they got rid of Tower of Terror there, I was like, why? It's literally right by Hollywood. It makes sense to have the Hollywood Tower Hotel. It really did.
And no offense to anybody at Disney Imagineering, but it looks like the toddler cut and pasted and glued the Guardians Tower together.
I'm not going to lie. I think that the look of it is industrial, and it's like cool. I like the color combination, but it doesn't look.
It doesn't fit.
It just doesn't look like it goes along with the main road in DCA. Do you know what I'm talking about? What is it?
I don't think they've finished I don't know what they've done with the Fast Pass distribution yet. I think it still looks the same.
I don't know. They got 6 days to figure that out. There's not going to be Fast Passes for a while, I don't think.
I'm gonna pull a Mel real quick and say, oh honey, that's not the only thing in theme park Twitter going on right now that's not finished.
Yeah, it's
we'll talk about this. Is a very fun time to be a theme park enthusiast.
Yes, it is.
Because there's a lot of stuff that's not done.
Was there stuff that wasn't done at Volcano Bay?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, cool.
That too.
Before I read the cringy fan fiction, I'll talk about that.
Oh my god, I want to hear about this.
It's so bad now.
What is the fanfic about?
I'll tell you later.
Oh my gosh. Then what are we talking about now if everything's being talked about later?
We're talking about what do we think Tron's coming?
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely, 100%. I firmly believe that.
110%. Tron is definitely coming.
There's no way that they're not going to put Tron there. It's been so that ride would be so successful. There's no doubt in my mind.
I just need it to be longer.
Longer.
I need it to be longer, and it needs a loop.
A loop? You're
Yeah.
getting a little crazy there.
And the reason why it needs a loop is because California Adventure has a ride with an outdoor loop. Disney World.
Well, yeah, I know. They have California Screamin', but also California Screamin' isn't a motorbike ride where you act like you're on one of those like Tron cycles. You'd have to have the over the shoulder things, so they'd have to figure out how to make a Tron cycle with one of those.
Oh, that's
You
true.
see what I'm saying?
Travel over the shoulders for loops.
Yeah.
I'm so used to like not having an over the shoulder because the looping roller coasters I ride here in town, they have so much ejector air time. They have the lap bars only.
Oh, that's scary. No way.
No, it's fun. It's very fun.
I'd be terrified. There's no way. I don't know. I'm from Ohio, so whenever I went to Cedar Point, there's always over-the-shoulder things. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't be able to go on a looping coaster without it.
I have a road Storm Chaser in like 3 weeks, and I'm sad. I'm going through withdrawals. Like I'm going through Disney withdrawals, but at the same time, I'm going through like roller coaster withdrawals. So I'm wanting loops. That's all I want.
You know what? It's so funny, but it's also really sad. Like the other day, do you guys ever have one of those dreams where like you're like laying in bed and it feels like you're falling and you wake up?
Yes.
It seriously was like that, but when I woke up and I was like, oh, that's the closest I'm gonna get to Tower of Terror.
Oh.
For like months.
I was thinking in my head, I'm like, Bradley, where are you going with this?
I know.
Are you just saying this? And then you were like,
oh, how bad my withdrawals are.
Tower of Terror, oh my gosh. I'll get video for you so I'll send it to you whenever I go in October.
You better.
I will. I have an amazing camera now, so I'll be able to get. All right. Well, Riley, do you have anything to talk about with Alani, like about your trip and all of that good stuff?
It was fabulous. It was. Do you have any questions about it?
Too many to talk about.
Okay. It was our first time doing the character breakfast, and it was so fun. It's just like a gigantic party. I will say, all of the cast members at Aulani were fabulous. There was not one encounter with a cast member that was negative at all.
Good.
It was all fantastic, honestly. And I can't say the same for like Disneyland or even Disney World, because there are some cast members that you can tell they just don't want to be there. You know what I mean?
And those are the ones that don't deserve their jobs because people really want to work there and are really nice people.
Yeah. So it was really nice because it met, as a cast member, it met my standards, and I was so pleased with how they all acted. It was amazing. But it had, when you go for the day, it's so much different than actually staying there. I found out because, in the room, they gave us like chocolate covered strawberries for our anniversary. Like we didn't ask for anything. They upgraded our room since it was our anniversary. Like it was so nice, like as a surprise. It was so nice. We weren't expecting any of it. And I think that's what made it so amazing. It's just the Disney touch. You know what I mean? Like
that's Disney magic right there.
Absolutely. It was phenomenal. We're definitely going back.
Well, I'll be sure to tell my sister the high remarks you give.
Absolutely. And for me, it was like before I was like, oh, why would you spend the money to stay here when you could just come out for the day? Or like, why, if you're on vacation, would you spend so much here when you can get a cheaper hotel and just come out here? And now I'm like, I get it. If you come to Hawaii and you don't drop the money to stay at Aulani, you're doing it wrong. Absolutely. And you're a Disney fan. You're doing it completely wrong. You need to stay there. At least give it like 1 or 2 nights and then go somewhere else. Give it a try because you will absolutely not regret it.
Well, I think that's our show, guys.
Cool.
So Will, who's on mute, is he back?
Oh, yes, I'm back. I apologize.
You're good. Where can we find you on social media?
Okay, so you can find me on Twitter at HHNDawg, DAWG, and I have a YouTube channel, as I talked about earlier, Halloween Horror Nights. If you're a fan of Halloween Horror Nights, and I have Halloween Horror Nights videos on my channel, youtube.com/HHNDawg for Halloween Horror Nights videos. Had a great time tonight, and yeah, so until the next CoasterCasters Travel Podcast, I will see all of you in the doghouse.
Right. And I almost called you Mel. Danielle, where can we find you?
I don't know if that's a compliment or what.
Hey, Danielle, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Traveling Dano, and that's traveling_DANN with a 0. And then you can find me on Instagram at Dano_K, and that's Dano with a 0 as well.
And Riley, this is your first time doing a social media plug on our podcast. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Riley M. Carroll, 2 R's and 2 L's in Carroll, by the way. On Instagram, I think it's Riley 13 or Riley M13, I believe. I don't remember. I think that's it though. I think it's Riley M13. Wait, what other ones do we do?
Your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, YouTube. I don't know the URL. I just know if you want to see me on YouTube, just type in Riley Michelle, and I'm normally the first one that comes up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Travis Coaster, and on Instagram at Travis Coaster, and Facebook at Travis Coaster. Basically, just type in Travis Coaster, you'll find me, and then type in CoasterCasters on any social media. You can find the podcast. And don't forget to follow Mel on Twitter at Mel's Die-In and wish her a congratulations. I almost said wish her a happy birthday, but actually it's actually coming up.
Oh, awesome.
It's legit in my calendar. Hold up. It was in my calendar.
I think it's on Wednesday, if I remember right.
I think it's Wednesday.
So wish her congratulations on getting into Halloween Horror Nights. And then on Wednesday, wish her happy birthday.
Yeah, wish her 2 good things in 1 week. Her week is about to get like bombarded with like text messages and things on Twitter.
I think honestly, every day up until her birthday, we should all wish her a very merry unbirthday.
That's a very good idea.
I think we just need to bum rush her with a lot of those notifications.
Yes, we do.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, that's our show. All from
Awkward silence.
Well, I'm sorry. I was messaging. I have a friend who went down to who's starting her DCP down in Orlando, and she texted me. She said, "I just got to Disney Springs. What do I do?" I'm so like, she.
Go try Beverly's Revenge.
I'm telling her to go to Frontera Casino because it's the best restaurant in Disney Springs right now. Besides Boathouse. Boathouse is really good. If you like just normal food, Boathouse is good, but Frontera Casino is quality. Very quality. But anyway, thank you all for watching or listening. And be sure to subscribe, and we will see you all next time.